Hi, and thank you for joining me for this video. So today we're taking a look at the Bibury camping saw. Now, when I saw the saw advertised online, I thought I've got to get that saw. It looked durable, lightweight, compact. It was getting a lot of great reviews online. I think out of 5 stars, it was getting 4.6 out of 5 stars. But best of all, it was only selling for £11.95. So I thought, I've got to take a chance on the saw. Now, the saw itself comes in this drawstring net storage bag. The length of the saw, when it's compacted down like this, comes in at around 31 inches. The width comes in at around 1 inch, and then the packed weight, so this storage bag with the saw inside comes in at an impressive 264 grams, which isn't bad at all. Now today I'm just going to get a flavor of the saw and how well it performs. However, what I will do is I will do a long-term review on this saw in a few weeks or few months time, so I can let you know how the performance and durability of this saw is. But let's get it out and let's take a closer look. So this is the saw itself. It comes down all compacted down. Now the saw itself is made out of an aluminium alloy. It feels really nice in the hand. Apparently it is anti-corrosion and anti-rust, so that's a good thing. You do get apparently 2 blades with the saw. You get one for wood and one for cutting PVC. Well, I'm just going to use the wood blade today to see how that performs. Right, let's start undoing the saw and see if we can work out how to put it together. So to start putting the saw together, what we have to do is start unscrewing these little end bits. Unscrew those. The ends should just pop off. There you go. There's one. And then we can pull this rod out all the way. Slowly take the end tubes off. And then inside we've got another long, smaller tube. And then we've got our 2 blades. First of all, try not to cut myself here. First of all, we have the saw blade. There you go. That's the one we're going to be working with today. And then we also have a smaller blade, which is for cutting PVC, I believe. Hopefully you can see that. Right, I'm going to put that one down here. And then to put this together, you take the 2 smaller tubes, and at the tops of these smaller tubes, well, I'll just show you one side. There's just like a little slit there, as you can see. And there's another one on the other side there. And that's where we're going to pop the blade in. So I'm going to take this blade, pop one side in here, and then just put that down there. One side on this side, like that. So that's in like that. We're then going to take this centerpiece here. We're going to pop that in the middle like that. Slightly open this up. Probably should have put the middle section in first, but hey ho, we live and learn. Right, so that's in like that. And then all we have to do is take this long rod again and just put it through the ends. So it goes all the way through, right through the other end like this. Well, I'll get there in the end. There you go, and that's better. Tilt this on the side. Whoops, nearly lost that. Start screwing that on. And then when that's tightening up, you can then just turn both the ends in opposite directions till it tightens up. Everything tightens up, so this blade is not going to jump out. And there you have it. There you have your nice little compact, lightweight camping saw. Now apparently you can have your blade that you're not using, and you can just put it down the center of this tube because it's hollow. But anyway, that's the saw. It feels really good in the hand. That was the first time I put it together, and it was pretty simple. Obviously everything's trial and error, but when you've put this together a couple of times, you really will have it together in under a minute. And as I say, feels really good in the hand, feels strong, lightweight, definitely feels quite durable. The blade definitely looks decent. It was definitely well, it's definitely sharp enough. But anyway, let's find some wood and let's give it a go. So let's start with the stick here. It's nothing too big, but let's test it, and then we can try with something a little bit more substantial. Well, it's going through nicely. The blade is definitely sharp enough, and there you go. Already I'm straight through. I know it wasn't very big, the stick, but nevertheless it cut through it really easily. I hardly had to apply any pressure, so very happy with that to start. Right, let's get something a little bit more substantial. Right, something a bit more substantial. Let's see how we go. Well, feeling okay, definitely going through it. Not bad. Over halfway through now. There you go. And that was straight through. Not too much effort there either. The blade still looks absolutely fine. So yeah, happy with that. Right, let's have one more go and let's see if we can find something just a little bit thicker. Remember, this saw isn't designed for heavy cutting, but to collect just a little bit of wood for your campfire or your fire pit. This should be absolute perfect. But as I say, let's go and find something a bit more challenging. So final test, got a little bit of wood even thicker. So let's give this little camping saw one final test. Right, I have to lean on this one a bit, I think, just to keep it in place. And let's see how we do. Right. So once again, cutting, no problem. I haven't got the best grip, I must say. But if it's moving around, that's me, that's not the saw. But it's going through it. Nearly there. And there you go. Straight through. No problems at all. The blade is definitely nice and sharp. Can't see any issues with the blade. As I say, when I was cutting this and the previous one, it was me probably not holding it firm enough that was making this bit of wood move. But the saw itself performed absolutely fine. So no issues with the saw so far. Well, there you go. There's the saw. It wasn't the most comprehensive, in-depth tests you can do for this saw, but I just wanted to give you a flavor of how well the saw might cut. As I said, I am going to do a long-term review, so I'm going to use this saw over the next few weeks or a few months, and then I can tell you how it performs with regards to performance and durability. But first impressions, I really like it. Compact, light, as I've said. Blade, definitely sharp enough. Listen, I'm no bushcraft expert or even an expert in cutting wood, so don't judge me on that. But you know, as far as the saw goes, it performed admirably. So yeah, definitely worth having a look. And for £11.95, Okay, listen, in a few weeks time I might come back to you and say, listen, it's broken and it's absolute rubbish. But as I say, on first impressions, it's done really well. I like it. It compacts down really small, nice and light at 264 grams. And as I say, when it's compacted down, it's easy to store in your backpack or your rucksack, or just chuck it in any bag. So I really like it. But as first impressions go, let me know what you think about this little saw in the comment section. But on that note, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit that like button for me. It really does help the channel. Also, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the magic number. So hit that subscribe button for me. Let's get me to 1,000 subscribers. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.